Hey, Munchie Mafia. So today we are going to be making Pommes Duchesse. It is a French classic, and it's basically like a mashed potato of sorts. So let's get to it. What we have, what we're starting with is 2 pounds of russet potatoes peeled, and then we're going to put them into a pot with some cold water. Now, there's two reasons why you want to use cold water. One is when you have water that has high mineral count, when you're filling your pot with hot water, some of those minerals, especially from your pipes, if you have older pipes, will actually leach into your water, and you'll end up with garbage. Second of all, when you use cold water, you're allowing the potatoes to slowly catch up in temperature so that you don't end up with it turning into mush on the outside, but the center of the potato is still kind of raw. So we're basically just cutting them in half, then quartering each half, which basically is cutting them into eighths. And then we're going to stick it on the stove, and we're going to let this pot go and let it do its thing on the stove. So we're almost done here. And when you're dealing with russet potatoes specifically, or any kind of starchy potato, there's thousands of different variations to potato, by the way. What you want to do is you want to soak them in water while you're preparing the rest of them so that they don't oxidize and turn this horrible grayish color. You want to be able to maintain that creamy white color as best as you can. All right, so we've got that going. Clean up my mess here. We're going to add some salt to the water. Finally get rid of the rest of this fine kosher salt that I don't like. I really like the flake one the best, or coarse. So now we're going to take it. I'm going to put it on the stove and let it do its thing. Put it on high and forget about it for a little while. All right, so we'll be right back. All right, we're back. So our potatoes are nice and softened. We want to make sure that these are cooked thoroughly. Usually takes about 15-20 minutes. And we're going to actually smash them down in the pot because we want the heat from the pot to help evaporate some of the excess moisture in the potato. We don't want to overwork our potato or it becomes a gummy mess. And then next thing you know it, it's just a bit of sadness. It's basically like making a mashed potato, but not at the same time. So a proper Pommes Duchesse is going to have salt, pepper, and nutmeg. So we're going to add our salt. It's about a teaspoon for 2 pounds of potato. Then we're going to, actually, let's get this going. This is 1/3 of a cup of, here's my 1/3 mark. There it is. 1/3 of a cup of heavy cream. We're going to need a pinch of nutmeg. And it's a very aromatic type of potato. Black pepper. You may or may not put it in. I mean, it's up to you. You can also put other herbs and spices into this. Now we're going to just keep mashing it around a little bit at a time. Like I said, don't overwork it. Okay. Now we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of butter. We're just going to let the heat of the mashed potatoes help to melt that. And we're not pulverizing it. We're just kind of just mixing it here and there. Now we're going to add our heavy cream. This is a dish I haven't made in a very, very long time. I honestly don't recall ever making this for Timmy, but I might have. So we're going to want 3 egg yolks. You don't want the whites. You want them from a large egg. What?
Or the shell.
Do what?
Or the shell.
Or the shells, yes. Sorry. I need a...
More brain cells.
Yes, I need a few more brain cells. I'm on vacay. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Vacay. So 3. Oops. Got a little bit of it in the bowl. It's not going to kill it. I mean, if you end up with a little bit of egg white, it's not going to be that horrible. It's not going to be bad. Now, if you have all the egg whites, then that's another story. Okay, so now we're going to add that to that. And now we're just going to mix all this together. But like I said, you do not want to over stir this at all. You just kind of move it around until everything is nice and combined, just like so. All right. All right, so we're just going to take a moment and pause this, and we'll be right back in just a few moments. Find my pastry bags. I got these extra large pastry bags. These are disposables. I buy them in a giant roll. These are Key Seal Ultra, and they're ultra grip, hygienic, disposable piping bags suitable for all cold, hot, tight, and heavy fillings. And we have an extra large star tip. Let's see if I have a number on this one. This one is a Tico number 824. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this potato and we're going to put it right into the piping bag, and yep, you better believe it, we're going to be making some rosettes, and I'm probably going to cry a little bit, but that's okay. This is actually a fun dish. It's just been a while since I've made this. I'll probably just kind of do a whole pan and then put the rest of it in the fridge and bake off some more tomorrow. Or just pull it out of the bag and just eat it as mashed potato. Okay, there we go. And we have that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to twist. All right. And get this out of the way. Just put it right there for right now. Now, holding it. Okay, great. Okay, so holding the tip at an angle, you're going to just go in a circular fashion and just build up and up and up and pull up on the tip. And they don't have to be perfect.
There you go.
All right. I can't watch what I'm doing and do this at the same time. You might have to twist the bag a few times. Now, this technique, what you could do is you could do this on the top of shepherd's pies to make them fancier as well. This is called Pommes Duchesse. And it's basically just fancy baked mashed potato. Now, these don't spread at all, so it's okay to crowd the pan a little bit. This stuff's really hot, by the way. And like I said, they don't have to be like pastry chef perfect. You're just doing this for home cooked stuff, you know. Takes a lot of practice, and I'm out of practice because I work in a jail. I don't get to play with all my fancy tools nearly as often as I used to, not nearly as often as I would like. So, plus I have really bad hand-eye coordination. So, since my car accident, I can't draw a straight line. Okay, there we go. Now this, all we have to do is just tap, 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 tap. Just set it aside. And then there we have that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get some more egg yolk. And I'm going to need a pastry brush. Oops, come on. Come on, close. All right. All right. Now, if you want, you can also put some chive into it, but it's a lot harder to pipe unless you can get it like super fine. So we're gonna get 2 egg yolks. All right, let's get rid of that. Now we're going to clean up our mess because I'm always making a mess. There we go. Then we're going to just get this brush loaded. This is what's going to help to make these nice and beautiful and brown. Just like so. And we're just going to dot it. Dot the egg yolk right on to the tops. Try not to use too much force or else you end up losing all those pretty little ribbons. Which I probably should have refrigerated this. Usually you would refrigerate it, but I just you refrigerate the piping for about an hour. But I really just don't have a lot of time to do that right now. Because Timmy's starving, I'm starving, we're both tired. It's been a long day for both of us. What? It's true. It's true. Why are you cackling over there, mister?
I've been up since 4.
Yeah, you've been up since 4. I woke up at 7, put in my orders, and then rolled over and went back to sleep. There we go. Such fun. Do. We're halfway there. Thank you for your patience. And this is why fine dining establishments can charge hundreds of dollars for a several course meal, because of little details like this. So, no, just a few more, and then we're gonna pop these babies into the oven, and then we'll be back in just a bit. All right, last one. Alrighty, we're just waiting for the oven to preheat, and then we're finish preheating, and then we're gonna pop them in. We're gonna bake these off for about a half hour, and we'll see you in a bit. Okay, we had some audio issues with this last part, so bear with us. I'm so sorry. We are now taking the Pommes Duchesse out of the oven. We put them in at 350 degrees for actually 43 minutes. We had to adjust. The oven was being a little snippy today. And as you can see, they're nice and golden brown. I actually nerfed a couple of them with my oven mitt when I was pulling the pan out of the oven. So we're going to transfer these over to a dish real quick. And these are just a lovely little side dish that can replace mashed potatoes. It's basically mashed potatoes, but it's got a little bit of egg in it, and then you bake it, and it gets that nice golden crust on the very bottom and the top. And you can actually pick them up with your hand and eat them, but I don't recommend that when they come fresh out of the oven. They're very hot. And here you're going to see what the inside of one looks like. As you can see, it breaks apart nice and easily, and the center is nice and fluffy. Now, what you could do is you could add Parmesan and chives to this recipe and then pipe it and call it a day. So, Munchie Mafia, don't forget, cook with love, eat with passion. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you soon. Good night.